Look, man, a lot of you guys are asking me, ShowBizz or don't, okay? You gotta really help us out, man. You ordered a pay-per-view, the Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin pay-per-view, and you're supporting pay-per-view and all those things. Why? Okay, I told you why. But the question is, why are all boxing events now pay-per-view? You have questions like, is Keith Thurman versus Mario Barrios, is that pay-per-view worthy? Was Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin, was that pay-per-view worthy? Okay, Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz, was that pay-per-view worthy? Okay, you have all these fights, and it's like, okay, all these pay-per-view. There's no way. I mean, you remember when pay-per-view was pay-per-view worthy? There had to be a big fight. Not every fight's pay-per-view. It seems like now every fight is pay-per-view. Why? I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why every fight is pay-per-view, okay? Do you guys watch TV? Seriously, do you guys watch regular TV anymore? With all of the substitutes, with YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Google, Facebook, all the apps that you got, Netflix, Hulu, all the apps that you have. Apple TV. Do you guys watch regular TV anymore? I'm talking about for the most part. And when you do, when you're watching these apps, do you get the apps because boxing? No, that's not the primary reason, okay, to get these apps. So you have to understand, boxing is a novelty sport. It's for those who really love the sport. Boxing is no longer a major sport, all right? So people aren't checking for boxing. People don't even have regular TV anymore. I mean, we do, but we're the dinosaur. I'm talking about the younger folks, people coming up. They don't even look at regular TV anymore, really, all right? So, I mean, you look at NBA TV, you have your NFL things, and then, you may look at Fox for regular. So look, here's the thing. In order for these brands, I'm talking about the PPC, I'm talking about Top Rank, I'm talking about Matchroom and Golden Boy, whatever. In order for these guys to put on an event and be able to pocket the event and then make money, okay? It's not a charity. You don't buy a venue and set these up and get all these people involved and then give money away. You need money to at least front that, and then you need money so you can take care of your family, so you can live your dream. You became a businessman to make a lot of money. It's about money, okay? So these people need to make a profit. How do they make a profit? I'm gonna tell you how. They cannot. Boxing isn't that type of demand sport to where they can depend on people to just check out the sport knowing that it's coming on. They have to suck everything they can out of those who loves the sport, you and I. There's only a small percentage of us who's checking for boxing. There's only a small percentage of us. So you have to get all the money you can out of this little bucket. Look, let me do it like this. Boxing isn't a brand, okay? So I know you guys talking about NFL. The NFL is football. The sport of football has a brand, NFL. The sport of basketball has a brand, the NBA. The sport of hockey and it's the sport of boxing. You get what I'm saying? Even UFC, MMA, they have their things, Bellator, and they have UFC, okay, the biggest one. UFC is a brand. When it comes to the sport of boxing, there's all these little brands, and they all have different networks. They all have to secure the bag on their own, okay, with network deals and stuff like that, and people aren't looking at regular TV anymore, so everything got to be damn pay-per-view. Now, here's the solution. Well, at least our solution in this community. My solution is this. Not ask them or guilt all these different brands into giving us the sport for free. It's not going to happen. They got bills to pay. It's just not going to happen, bro. What I'm trying to do in this community is show how fun boxing is, how entertaining, how great boxing is, and educate people on boxing so they can have understand the integrity of the sport, the culture, and appreciate the sport again. That's why I'm doing so much educating on the history of the sport and all those things. You know, having people not go into the soap opera, understand the sport itself. The sport itself is entertaining. So I am coming from that way, from that perspective, that angle, to build boxing into the #1 sport again. Once boxing grow in fan base, we will get taxed less. These different brands, different entities wouldn't have to get as much as they can out of a small bucket. With the bucket getting bigger, they can have the confidence, the financial confidence, and rely on, if I put this on Fox, we're going to get the money because everybody loves boxing. All right. I can only do what I can control, and what our platform is about. So I'm coming from this angle. And you guys, let me know the solution you have in the comments below. But this is my angle. Grow the interest in the sport. Grow the interest in, have more boxing fans. Have people like, look, boxing has been a great sport for over 400 years. Okay? Had its changes, but boxing is it, man. Boxing is the oldest, like boxing is real. Boxing, wrestling, I'm talking about combat sports. Boxing is it. All right, that's creme de la creme, been around forever. Best combat sport in the world, okay? Best sport in the world. I'm going to try my hardest on this platform, and we're going to do this every day to make boxing something exciting, a product that's exciting to watch again. That way, instead of begging them to make less fights pay-per-view, once they see that there is this demand, there's a bunch of people, they can start making it more accessible because they know that they'll get their money because there's so many more of us boxing fans now. I hope you guys get where I'm coming from. I hope you guys listen to me all the way through because that's a trend. People aren't listening, okay? They'll listen to first 10 seconds, start typing, go jump in the comments, and sound dumb as hell. I hope you guys finish this, listen to what I had to say, and then let me know how you feel in the comments below. ShowBizz the adult. If that's not an answer for you, fine, okay? But I can only do what I can control, what we can do on this platform, and that's my approach. Hope you guys like it. I'm out.